Hey Metalheads, willkommen zu Metal Forever, Show Nummer 140 am 15.07.2021. Ja, liebe Freunde, 140 Sendungen. Wer glaubt, das ist unglaublich. So, muss erstmal was loswerden. Ich verfolge ja begeistert, was in unserer Fanclub-Seite alles abgeht. Und für alle, die da draußen, die jetzt nicht im Fanclub sind, wissen natürlich nicht, dass wir einen sehr, sehr aktiven Fanclub haben. Ich bin schwerst begeistert und gerührt, wie sich das alles entwickelt. Wer hätte das gedacht, als Tom Axinger, ich muss es wieder sagen, Tom Axinger mir im Dezember 2020 gesagt hat, Richie, du brauchst einen Fanclub. Das war noch bevor es die Sendung gegeben hat. Und ich dachte, ja, wer soll denn da in den Fanclub gehen? Na, Geld wer ausgeben. Es war mir komplett, ich habe das nicht geglaubt. Und der Tom hat mir gestern ein Video gezeigt, der Wahnsinnige nimmt alles auf. Ein Video, wo man ihn sprechen hört, wie er mir das empfiehlt. Und ich weiß so genau jedes Wort, man hört mich nicht, aber ich weiß so genau jedes Wort. Und er hat mir alles vorausgesagt. Alles, was jetzt passiert ist. Seitdem hat Tom Axinger vorausgesagt, ich werde dieses Video bald mal online stellen, das müsst ihr mir anschauen. Das ist im Hintergrund, ist das der leere Strand. Und jetzt mal der Wahnsinn mit den Strandbildern. Also, und was jetzt da entwickelt hat, diese Community ist für mich einfach nicht mehr, hat eine Eigendynamik bekommen. Hätte ich nie geglaubt, dass das möglich ist. Und ihr seid so wahnsinnige, so geile Typen. Danke, dass ich da ein Part davon sein darf. Denn ich bin, allein jetzt mit dem Andras, dass immer mehr Spenden eingehen, weil der so einen tollen Job macht. Danke. Ehrlich, super Sache. Und natürlich alle, die uns immer Fotos schicken, wo ihr so stolz unser Fanclub-Shirt anhabt und unser Metalhead of the Day. Das muss jetzt mal gesagt werden, denn ich bin wirklich, wirklich berührt und begeistert. Unser Metalhead of the Day ist ein ganz neues Foto von Gästen und zwar unser Mirko Blötsch. Und hier ist er. Jawohl, Mirko. Danke für den Support. You rock. So, bevor es losgeht, bevor ich wieder sagen werde, let the madness begin, erstmal die Sponsoren und dann ready to rock. Die Metal is Forever Rockcast Show wird präsentiert von Hardline, das Rock- und Metal-Magazin. Überall erhältlich, wo es Zeitschriften gibt. Im Abo besonders günstig. 6 Ausgaben zu 25 €. Holt es euch. Hardline, das Rock- und Metal-Magazin. The Vegan Ashes of Rock'n'Roll. Veganer Lifestyle ist lebendiger Rock'n'Roll. Wir sind Rebellen, wir sind Veganer. Wir lieben das Leben und leben es mit jeder Menge Spaß. Fliesen Spitzner, Ihr zuverlässiger Handwerker für alle Aufgaben rund um das Verlegen von Fliesen, Platten, Mosaik und Naturstein. Crazy Stuff Tattoo in Schwandorf. Tätowierer aus Leidenschaft. Dein Tattoo-Studio in privater Atmosphäre und für individuelle Tattoos. Luftraum Fürstenfeldbruck, die Rock- und Metal-Kneipe. Jede Woche von Donnerstag bis Samstag Rock und Metal vom Feinsten. Power Concerts Burg Lengenfeld. Wenn es um Konzerte geht, dann Power Concerts. Karten gibt's an allen bekannten Vorverkaufsstellen. Backguard Studios. Zusammenarbeit mit Indiscreet Audio. Das Metal Dream Team für die metallischen Produktionen vom ersten Ton bis zum fertigen Produkt seid ihr bei uns an der richtigen Stelle. Meldet euch unverbindlich bei uns. The Metal is Forever. Schwammerhandler. Fanshop Story Mall. Der offizielle Partner der Metal is Forever Rockcast Show. Rock of Angels Records. Von Metal Fans für Metal Fans. The home of rock and metal. Roar! Dankeschön an die Sponsoren. Apropos Sponsoren, ab August gibt es einen neuen Trailer. Es gibt neue Sponsoren sind an Bord. Ab August gibt es auch die Metal is Forever UG, eine Company. Das heißt, wer neu dazukommt oder Interesse hat, bei uns Werbung zu machen in unserem Trailer, in der Werbung, bekommt auch eine Quittung, kann also komplett absetzen. Also, wer im August noch dabei sein möchte, vielleicht habt ihr ein geiles Hotel oder ein whatever, ihr wollt mit dabei sein, schreibt uns ein E-Mail auf Metal is Forever, also office@metalisforever.rocks und wir kommen ins Geschäft. Wir machen euch ein Angebot. Also, es wird alles, ja, ihr wisst schon, Step by Step. So, jetzt geht es weiter. Erstmal nochmal eine Promotion, die habe ich jetzt die letzten Tage gar nicht erwähnt und ist eigentlich wichtig, wenn ihr wieder mal richtig einkaufen wollt. CDs, Merch, bei Musik Megastore, hier ist das Angebot. Die Juli Power Promotion, benutzt den Code Juli21, da bekommt ihr 20% Rabatt. 20%! Also, wenn ihr neue CDs braucht, loggt euch ein, www.musikmegastore.com. Code Juli21, genauso wie es da geschrieben ist. Und ihr bekommt 20% Rabatt. So, und jetzt, are you ready for rock? Heute gibt es wieder was Deftiges, eine geile Band. Ja, der Gitarrist schaut mir schon zu, ist schon spät eingeloggt, aber er ist da. Das ist das Wichtigste überhaupt. Heute geht's los mit einem nagelneuen Song von Ministry. Da geht gleich Schmackes in die Fresse. Hier ist Ministry und Good Trouble. Jawohl, Ministry, Good Trouble, gleich ein cooler Anfang. Und jetzt gibt es 6 Videos aus einer Zeitspanne von fast 40 Jahren. Unglaublich, wie lange das diese Band schon gibt. Ich spreche von Martyr. Und zwar, die wird sehr, sehr cool. Und der erste Song ist gleich einer der neuen Fire of Rebellions. Hier sind Martyr.
Fighting.
There's no victory without sacrifice, no progress without compromise. We will feast on your flesh, and we feed on your fear. Punishment is severe. Our aim is to persevere. We can lose one battle, but win this metal war.
Jawohl. Martyr und Fire of Rebellions. Jetzt begrüße ich den Gitarristen und Gründungsmitglied von Martyr. Hier ist Rick. Hey Rick, how are you doing?
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good because
Yeah.
before you checked in and no sound. I went, oh no.
And then my computer started into a reboot and I had some Windows updates. But
So,
we're here.
but you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. And hello, everybody at Metal is Forever.
Yeah, you are where now?
Sorry?
Which country you are now, right now?
Netherlands, Holland.
In Holland.
Yes.
Okay. So we have, I said before, a sex video, and so there. Also Heike, she's a crazy one. She's our Waffeleisen. This is a special, you know, the iron
Yeah.
waffle, you know, and she has one on the waffle, you know, and she understands sex videos.
You told me no sex videos tonight, right?
No sex, no religion, no
during the show.
Politic, no sex.
Yes.
You know, because I got married next week, so no sex before marriage.
Really?
Yeah, true.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, we'll see. Rick.
Yes.
You is incredible. This band, Martyr, it's existing since 82.
1982, when I started this band, yes. So it's almost 40 years. But I have to say, in between, I started 1982 and Martyr existed until 87, 88. So that was not a very long period of time. And then we split up, sort of, and came back together around 2005, 2006. So there has been quite some time in between the time that we existed and still exist.
I couldn't find too much information about the first Mark One.
Yeah.
Is the singer the same now?
It's still the same singer, yeah.
Wow.
But Rob, which is the singer of Martyr, I started the band with, and we made some demos, and which were quite successful. But when we released them into albums, then he quit, and we had a new singer. So on the albums, you will hear a different singer than Rob as original member of the band. But when we came back together again around 2005, we did some reunion shows like Keep It True, which was still with Gerard, which was the singer on the albums. But after Keep It True in 2006, we did Headbangers Open Air reunion shows. And then there was Rob already back in the band until today.
We have to give our regard to your guitar player. He has corona. You told me, but I asked where is the rest of the gang, and he has corona. No?
Invited him for the show, and he would have loved to do this, but this afternoon he mentioned to me that he was tested positive for corona. Yeah. So he is on fever and not feeling very well. So we hope for the best, that he will be better quickly.
Give them our regards.
Yes,
and
I will.
This show is dedicated to him today.
He will love that.
Yes.
Maybe he's watching. Jeffrey,
if you're watching, all the best from the Metal Forever family. We love you.
Take care, bro.
Enjoy your sound. At least you are here with the sound.
Yes, he is.
What is your humble beginning? How you started? I guess you started way back in the 70s.
With guitar playing, I started, I think, late 70s, maybe 1980 or something. I was like 15 years old, and my brother had a guitar which he borrowed from a friend, but he didn't play on that guitar. So I took it from him and started playing, bought a small amplifier and also a really small distortion pedal. And started with 3 chords to play my first heavy metal songs. I was asked to join school bands, but then, in a school band, they want to play Hotel California and those kind of songs, which are good songs, but I wanted to play heavy metal. So I started quite quickly my own bands and started to write my own songs and took guitar lessons and stuff. So
What band was the first band who really flashed you? Was it, wow, that's it.
you mean the first band that
Who
influenced
brought
me
you
and
to play hard rock?
yeah, to play hard rock? Well, I think that was also bands maybe even from the 60s, even like Led Zeppelin, early Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Jimi Hendrix already. But when I was a teenager and started to buy the albums from Kiss, and especially Kiss Alive 1, and when I heard Van Halen for the first time on the radio, those were game changers for me. Those really wanted to make me wanted to play guitar as well.
In which year you're born?
64.
So we are in the same age. I'm 64 too.
You look good.
You too?
Thank you.
Give the compliments to each other. You see it?
Yeah. That's how it
Heavy
works.
metal keeps you alive.
And healthy.
Depends.
Yeah, depends.
I think we had our rough times when we really celebrated heavy metal with all
Oh
the
yeah.
bullshit. And the older we get, the wiser we get.
Yeah. So that's
Rick,
it.
Fire
Yes.
of Rebellions. What is to say to this song?
Well, it's from actually released not so long ago because it's a song that we have written for the new album, which will be out early 2022. And we started already writing this album, I think, around 2018. But then we had some band member changes, and so the songwriting was on hold for a little while because we were touring as well. And with the new members, we wanted to make sure that all the shows would continue and we could finish the tour. After the tour was finished, also, and when COVID came into our world, so to say, we had a lot of time in our hands to finish writing the album and recording the album. So as we speak, we are recording the final song for the album. Then it will be mixed, mastered, and we will work on the artwork, etc., etc. And we'll release it in 2022. And this is a song that we already pre-released with the video as well, as you saw a little bit earlier, a couple of months ago. So also to keep the fans a little more interested and how do you call it, informed on what we are doing in the meantime as well.
Are you signed to a label already for a new album?
Yes. We are
Okay.
signed to PT78 Records, which also released our Live in Japan album in 2019. That was a 2-album deal. Yeah.
For all fans outside now, check out the YouTube channel. You have a lot of making offs and a lot of backstage stuff, especially from Japan.
From Japan.
How you made it to Japan?
When I started the band, my dream was always to go to Japan, as a musician or maybe even as a tourist. But I wanted to go to Japan. I wanted to walk on the streets of Tokyo with my guitar case in my hand.
Let me ask you, made in Japan or Tokyo Tapes, something like this?
Yeah.
Inspired you in the 70s with Scorpions and Deep Purple?
Yeah, it inspired me. And the country is mysterious. It was mysterious for me and it intrigued me. And I just wanted to visit it and smell the culture. And because it's a very beautiful country, it's crowded and it's silent at the same time. It's crazy at the same time. And the other time, it's very humble as well. It has a lot of elements in it, which are also sort of mysterious. So I wanted to experience that. So when we came, we had the chance to go to Japan in 2017 for the first time. It was like a dream come true because it was, when I started Martyr, always a sort of goal to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it. And we have now been 3 times on tour in Japan. And the latest, the second time we went on tour in Japan, we recorded also a Live in Japan album, which we released on PT78 in 2019.
You know, the biggest achievement for me is when I talk to a metal hero or metal warrior, actually, who started this 82. I mean, this is a life. We're talking about nearly 40 years, 39 years. So and you are sitting here, and that's, I was thinking today when I have elder fellas in a show, I have the young bands with a
Mhm.
glitter in the eyes because they are hot, they want to be on stage, and I have the elder stuff. I have the rockers who doing this for centuries
Yeah.
and have still the fire. And
Yeah.
this I love. This is the combination I really love. One day this guy, one day this guy. With you, I have the perfect example. You are so long in the business and still love to do it and
The
not
fire
tired.
is still burning, Richie.
That is the most important.
Yeah, that's the spirit. When it isn't burning, you cannot do this. And not for such a long time. The fire is still burning. And even now, when we have achieved all those things and released all those albums and toured Europe, toured Japan, it's still burning more than ever, because with the new album, we want to achieve more and more next year.
Yes, there is a good question, and I was a little bit confused. There is a band named Martyr from Canada.
Yes, we know. But the band from Canada it's another type of metal, which is okay. It's really more technical death metal. A really good band, by the way. But you know, when we started Martyr, it was 1982. There was no internet,
Mhm.
and as far as we know and we knew, there was no other band called Martyr, at least that we knew of. So when we started Martyr, I think we were the only band with that name. When we stopped in 1988, 87, 88. And came back together again in 2006. In between that time, there was that Canadian technical death metal band called Martyr from Canada. But when we came back together again, they split. So we could use our old band name again, which
Okay, now
we were
it's.
the first using that band name as well. So
I was in a band in the 80s called Mass, Mass.
yes,
And Mass existed already with 8 albums in the 70s. Even Scorpions was a support, Crocus, the support for Mass. And then after this, after Mass split up, there was another Mass from America.
okay.
And I heard about this problems with people got confused. Is it the same band? And yeah, but lucky you, the band split up. The other
Yeah,
member,
we never had problems. You know, sometimes somebody, when they look up and want to see the technical death metal band from Canada, Martyr, and they look it up on YouTube, and they come at the Dutch Metal Legends Martyr and watch our videos, they say, this was not what I was looking for. Sometimes that happens, but that's the only thing. We never had any trouble that they used that name as well, and we are using that name again now. So it's no problem for us.
bad is when you are booked for a show. And then,
Yeah.
that's not the fucking band.
Yeah, when we had a tour with Lizzie Borden, I think it was 2010, 2009, 2010. On some posters, we saw the logo of the Canadian band instead of our logo.
Oh,
That's the only thing that happened. Just a few times or so in all those years. So no problems.
okay. Now we go way back to the 80s with a
Yes.
song called Black Sun.
Ah, cool.
What about this song? You know,
It's
I listened to all your songs, all
yeah.
your albums, and I chose what song could fit to the program, and this song immediately hooked me. What is to Black Sun
Yeah.
to say?
I think it's really old cult classic heavy metal song. It's
Yeah.
from the EP For the Universe from 1984, which is our first, 1985, which is our first album that we released. Before that, we released a couple of demos that were really quite popular during tape trading. And one of those popular demos was also called For the Universe. And you had that record store in Amsterdam, which is called Boeddhisk. And they ordered all the time those demo cassettes from us for distribution worldwide. And it was selling like crazy. And every week they told us, can you bring us 100 more? Can you bring us 100 more? And we were copying them all by cassette decks, like 10 decks on top of each other, copying cassettes, and bringing them to the store in Amsterdam. So at one time they said, I think it would be better if we just release this demo and remix it and remaster it on vinyl. and then release it worldwide. So, and that's when For the Universe was released. And one of the songs on the album is called Black Sun. And as I mentioned already, I'm really fond of Japan, but we are really influenced also by Japanese metal.
Mm-hmm.
Another track on the album is called Speed of Samurai, which is a sort of tribute for Japanese metal. And Black Sun also is sort of the same. So it's in a sort of traditional cult classic metal vibe, but also influenced from Japanese metal bands like Loudness, X-Ray, Foul Wow, which we were really much listening to at that time in the 80s.
But this song shows already the direction the band goes.
Yes.
And if you look back now, after so many years, how you think you make new music and you write music and then you listen to tracks from the 80s. I mean, not many bands are blessed to look back to a catalog, and in your case.
Yeah.
But let's listen to Black Sun. Cool song, real old school metal, but already some stuff this is influenced by or other bands would be influenced, I'm sure. So here's Martyr. From which year? What was Black Sun?
It was written, I think, 1984 and released in For the Universe 1985.
Okay. Here's Black Sun.
Yes.
Sing
Black Sun. And
Yes.
because of the high pitch screaming in the end, I
Yeah.
ask you the question because this is similar to the singer now.
Yeah. But this is your on vocals, but originally the lyrics and the melody line for the vocals were written by Rob. So,
Okay.
and he's very good at those high pitch vocals as well. Maybe a bit inspired even by King Diamond, for example. So yeah, it's cool.
Yes. I mean,
We
this is
still
so-
do it. We still do it nowadays as well. Not in
We-
every
we-
song, but we still have songs which have the high pitch vocals as well.
Yeah, because he can do it.
He can do it, yeah. He still can do it.
This is-
He can
this
now
is
do
for-
it even better than in the 80s.
This
When he
is for
grows
me,
older, he's better at it even.
to be honest, from the videos I have now, and I started, there's always he's not overdoing it. Like
No.
Glenn Hughes, for example, he knows he's the world best screamer, maybe, but
Yeah.
he overdoing it. In every song he doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
A new singer, he used it very wisely in some parts, and this
Yeah.
makes a song so unique. And I was waiting for the next screaming. It's coming or not, and this makes very exciting. to be honest.
Yeah. But we look at it as well. We don't want to use it in every song because then it will get maybe boring or not so special anymore,
Yes.
So we try to use it with care. Yeah.
Also, your harmonies in the guitar, it's also like a trademark. Is this inspired by Iron Maiden, or what was it?
No, that's what people think. Like, it's like, are you inspired by Iron Maiden because maybe of the twin guitars as well? But that's not really the case. Our inspiration is, like I said, Japanese metal, US metal like Queensryche and Warlord. But what I always said to people when they ask about guitar playing, I always say we are like Keith Richards and like Ron Woods, because the guitars play sometimes two different parts that when you listen to it, that you think, what is he playing? What is he playing? And when you listen very carefully, they combine together somehow.
Mhm.
So I like to compare it with Richards and Woods. Maybe sometimes strange parts, which the one goes up and the other goes down, with tone letters or something, but it matches.
Is this accidentally in the studio?
No, that's not
or
accidentally.
you write
That's
songs
how we
like
write
this
it.
exactly?
Yeah, that's how we write. And when we started the band, there were already some hard rock bands in the Netherlands that were popular, like Picture, Vengeance, Ciao. And when I started this band, I wanted a band that was metal and riff orientated. So guitar riff orientated, strange melodies, strange notes, those kind of things, because I wanted to be different than the bands that were already there. I wanted to stand out. That's why we always
So
think
this was not-
about
This,
what will the
this was-
guitar parts be.
This was not the British heavy metal, new wave of British heavy metal. This was more Rush in this case, or complicated.
Yeah. No, not even Rush. I think the complicated thing is, maybe I don't know where it came from. It just came from that we wanted to be riff orientated, but the influences were Japanese metal, Queensryche, Warlord, those kind of bands, especially from the 80s. Of
Did
course, we
Queensryche
listened to
already
Iron
exist
Maiden
in
as
this
well.
time?
Sorry?
Did Queensryche already existed in this time?
Yes, yeah, you had the Queen of the Reich EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one song later on, not the next, but the next. There is my opinion,
Your
the
favorite?
masterpiece.
Yeah?
Later on, is my
Yeah.
masterpiece. I listened to the song 3 times today in full blast, and of course there is a spirit of Queensryche,
I know what you
especially
mean.
when the vocals sounds very much Geoff Tate, but let's burn the song. We have the next song I chose is Circle of 8, which is
Okay.
the title track of the album.
Yes, title track of the 2011 album Circle of 8. Yes, released on Metal Blade Records.
Hopefully it runs through. I couldn't read the Orchard. This is my evil name. When I read this, I cannot play the videos. So Metal Blade, hopefully I don't see any problems, but who knows?
No. It's Metal Blade will not complain when you play the video, when you play the song. Even when we want to re-release it, it would not be a problem for Metal Blade, I'm sure.
I believe you. But
You can send me the fine. I will pay for it.
No, it's not a fine. No. Not the label does it. The algorithm does it. If this is in the algorithm that this is blocked because we are streaming, that's the difference. If I post the song, it's different. But if you stream, then it's all about money. But we never take any money in this show because I enabled the monetizing button.
Yes, no, it will be not a problem. Sure,
I hope so. So the first two, it's the Fire of Rebellions is also on the same label.
No, Fire of Rebellions is for the new album, so that is PT78, and Circle of 8 is released on Metal Blade Records in 2011. And that's the second time we released music on Metal Blade Records, because in 1986 we were also on the Metal Massacre 6 album with one song, the sampler, the famous samplers from Metal Blade Records, with one song called Unmasked. So when we came back to Metal Blade in 2011 for the Circle of 8 album, it was like sort of coming home for us as well. It's a really big major label for metal, right? So we were really honored.
Still the same people there? Or completely different?
Yeah, Brian Slagle. And when we wrote Circle of 8, we had 3 songs ready. And then I sent them to my previous contacts from Metal Blade from the 80s. And they said, okay, Rick from Martyr, I have 3 songs ready. Would you like to release it? They immediately remembered us from the 80s. They listened to only 3 songs and immediately signed us. They never listened to the rest, and we were already signed. So that was a really cool thing.
I think I need the contact to Metal Blade from you because they have a lot of great bands. Let's see it runs through. I'm very happy if this works out. Maybe it's the next step to get another label as a partner, which is only good for them because we promote their products,
Yeah, of course.
All right. Here's Martyr and Circle of 8. And then we talk about the song, what means, okay?
Excellent.
Here we go.
Enjoy.
dreams are fading. Sleep well, sleep well, sleep well, sleep well. Time for its final masterpiece. Lost one is calling, and I still can hear him. Moon and darkness awaits, hell bring eternal sleep, and I still can hear him. Moon and darkness awaits, hell bring eternal sleep.
Hallelujah. It went through. Like a schnitzel.
Like a schnitzel.
Like a schnitzel. You know schnitzel?
I love schnitzels. When we're in Germany and playing in Germany, I always have to have 2 things to eat: Bratwurst and Schnitzel.
Which schnitzel? Wiener
Wie?
schnitzel?
Yeah,
Jägerschnitzel?
yeah, those schnitzels.
Zigeuner schnitzel?
All of them. I love it.
Very good. You're my man. And what beer you like in Germany?
I like a lot of beers. I don't even care which brand it is. Sort of. I don't know. A lot of
Doesn't
them.
matter. Circle of Eight.
Yeah.
What is the story behind Circle of Eight? You have this signs on the album.
Yeah. I
What
think
is
the
the
Circle of
story?
Eight album is a little bit darker than the other albums we have released during our career. And the lyrics, also for this song, but the lyrics throughout the album are a sort of about people that are really frustrated in life or have a lot of bad luck in life, and so to say. And Circle of Eight is about a serial killer, which is looking for his 8th victim. And when he finds his 8th victim, then he will only be satisfied. And it's the route to his 8th victim after he killed number 7. So he was looking for number 8, and that's what the lyrics are about. So it's kind of a dark song in that perspective.
But if you see the cover, it look like the window of a jail
Jail.
or the
Yeah.
door jail.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a jail.
Kerker.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes, of course. I study the stuff. I want to know what
you
this is.
did it? Good.
Yes. Okay, now comes my humble opinion, your masterpiece.
It's epic.
Yes. Hopefully it's the same song.
I know. I think I know which song it is.
Then tell me what song?
No Time for Goodbyes.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
What?
also one of the new songs. Also will be on our forthcoming album next year.
Before we play the song,
Yeah.
I already posted in the chat the links for Bandcamp and your shop. And of course, like always, I asked our guests if we can get something for our fan club, and you
Sure.
was very nice to confirm that we get also a package from the Netherlands.
Of course.
On the email I sent you, there is the address from our headquarter, and Bobes is our man. He received it and then he sent it out, and would be very, very cool. Our fan club love signed stuff. If you have something signed, drumsticks or whatever, it's fine. some bands, they are really crazy. They put so much stuff inside, so really with love, and this makes it really special. And only our fan club members are able to get this stuff.
Yeah, we will put some good stuff in it. You can be sure about that.
That is very, very nice. And I think the fan club is very happy. And ihr da draußen, sorry, I explain in German, but not everybody speaks English. But
Okay.
so, ihr da draußen, ich habe zwei Links jetzt schon in den Chat gepostet, wo ihr Sachen kaufen könnt von Martyr. Und wie gesagt, wir bekommen ein Fan-Paket von der Band zum Verlosen. Und alright, I will say we have even somebody here from your fans. Let me see, who was it? Our chat is on fire again.
That's good.
There are so many.
They can ask also questions if they like.
Of course, this is actually when we come to near to the end. Then, but we can start right away. Where is it now? Here it's Nico.
Nico, I know him. He's a good guy. We see him a lot at parties or at shows and have fun. Most of the time, we share Jägermeister together. Then we have even more fun.
And for Nico especially, if you like this channel, because we have from Monday to Friday, every night a different band guests, please ring the metal bell.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, please. This channel was my old channel, and I had 560 subscribers when I started this in January, and now we have close to 2,000. And it's growing every week, 10 more, and every guest is more than welcome. And many of them also join our fan club. Now we are close to 50, and awesome. Fantastic fan club.
Yeah,
really. It's awesome. So now comes my opinion. This is the masterpiece. No time for goodbyes. And you talk about the song first or after?
Whatever you would like, Richie.
Let's listen and see the video
first.
And then who else sees a connection style wise with Queensryche?
Okay.
Can say I see it or I don't see it. Humble beginning. Here we go.
Getting late. I'm losing my shadow, swallowed by the light of dawn. I fear forever darkness, blackout memories of you. I'm falling from grace, it's hard to take. A flower needs the rain. Oh, it hurts deep inside, more than you ever know. I hope you'll be alright, wherever you will go. No time for goodbye. Forgive me forever. I'm so close. Distance, words are
That's a perfect song. You must listen loud.
Yeah.
And I have
Turn
good
up the
headphones, and
volume.
it sounds amazing. The production is amazing.
Yeah.
Where do you produce this?
Our drummer is the producer for this album, and this song is also produced by our drummer. And I saw him already in the chat.
Oh,
It's RA Recordings. It's Rick Falcon, the drummer.
Rick.
Yes, also Rick. All the good
Another
guys are named Rick.
Rick, greetings. Why you not come in? Join us.
Yeah, you could join us. But he's producing these songs for the new album. So also this song. And I must say it's a hell of a great job that he did. And, as Martyr, we never did a ballad. We never did a power metal or power rock ballad. So this is our first time. And when I listen back to it and listen to it right now again, I'm really proud of this song.
Could you do me a favor? Could you please send Rick the link during the next video? Maybe you want to join us and say something about the production.
I can send him the link, of course.
Please, Rick, come in our little studio. But maybe the people thinks that Martyr is only this half tempo music. No, that's why I was searching and found the right.
Yeah, no, it's not. This is, to be honest, I think the only ballad that we have ever written, and the rest is really very much more heavy metal. Sometimes more like old school heavy metal with more modern influences. Maybe sometimes a little bit thrash, because we're like 40 years old now with the band. So all those years we are influenced as well, but we never will forget where we came from. We came from the fucking 80s. Those are our roots. But during all those years and during all the tours that we did with Vicious Rumours, Flotsam and Jetsam, we played with Trivium, we played with Saxon, and all those bands and everything that you listen to also influence you, sort of. And then also again, we have now better equipment. We are better players. So all those ingredients is what Martyr is now.
Vicious Rumours. Mr. Torp was here already. Very
But
cool.
in the show, yeah, that's
yes.
You played Circle of Eight from the album Circle of Eight, but Vicious Rumours also plays on the album as well.
Okay.
Yeah. We had, but that was not the same band as they are now. We had Brian Allen on vocals as a guest vocalist on the album. And some other guys, the bass player and the guitar player from that period of time in Vicious Rumours, they play also on the album. So cool guys.
Yeah.
We toured with them a lot. So
yeah,
good band.
You know James Rivera?
Yeah, of course we played with Hellstar as well a couple of times.
Yes. He was here already, and I started not started because I started the project already, because he's now off the hook, off the booth, and we do the Metalhead United Fight the Demon together. And yes, we are next Sunday. Well, this Sunday we have the our first meeting, our Zoom meeting, and we do a recording together.
Oh, excellent! He's a good singer and a really friendly guy.
Absolutely.
Humble as well, yeah. Very good guy.
All the guys I worked now, or I had as guests, like Herman Frank or David Rees or Geoff Top, or they are so friendly and so humble, because they do it so long, 40 years in the business, and that's the best example. That's exactly the team player. This the guys I mentioned before. The young bands with fire, and the old fellas with fire.
Yeah. And still have a lot of fire in them, right? Like James or like Geoff from Vicious Rumours. There's so much fire in these guys. They keep on going.
Absolutely.
I love it. Every time they are here and every time they're playing shows in the Netherlands or whatever, I will visit it as well, because I'm also a fan of them.
Isn't this amazing after so many years?
Yeah.
And they recognize you?
Yeah,
When
of
you-
course. Yeah. After the show, we hang out and drink beer and talk about the good old times when we toured together. And yeah, so we have that connection.
Rick asked, okay, set up. What I do, press the link, and if you need Google Chrome or Firefox, Rick, and then put your name in, and then enter the broadcast studio. Press the blue button, and then you are here. Then I see you when you logged in, and I put you in a show. Easy like that.
But I need to send him the link, right?
Yes.
I will send it right now.
Okay. During this, we play Eden Alive.
Right,
This is
that's from 2009 album, which is a re-release of For the Universe, our very first album, but then re-released on Rusty Cage Records. They asked us so many times to re-release For the Universe. Can we please re-release it? Can we please re-release it? But we said, no, we already done that in 2006 on Metal from Mutha's High Voltage, which is a German label, by the way. But they kept on asking, and then we said, okay, let's re-release For the Universe. But then we want to write at least one new song as a bonus. That one new song became 5 new songs, and one of them is Eden Alive, and it became a double CD release with complete new songs from Martyr for the first time after all these years. So it's for us, it was really fun to do. It was our way back into the metal scene.
If the cover is right, then the album called Fear, right?
The new songs are called Fear. The re-release was For the Universe. It was combined in a double digipack, and together we called it Fear the Universe.
Okay. All right. Great cover, by the way. So hopefully Rick can do it.
Yes, I will send him the link.
We have one more song, so it would be great if he join us for the last. And an alle draußen, wenn ihr irgendwie Fragen habt an die Band, jetzt langsam schreiben, dann gibt es ja ein Q&A hier live.
Yes.
Und hier sind Martyr und Eden Alive. A fast track.
I
Very cool. And he did it.
He did it.
Rick is in the house.
Oh, nice. Where is he?
We let him in? Nah.
Yeah, let him in.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Hallo,
How you doing?
Hi.
bin ich zu hören?
Sound not so good?
Könnt ihr mich verstehen?
Yes.
Ich glaube, da ist ein Wackler. Wenn wir schon auf Deutsch fragen, da ist ein
He
cooler...
can
Ja,
speak
ist mir
German.
egal, ich komme aus Süden von den Niederlanden und ganz kurz da die Grenze. Also ich kann also Deutsch reden oder Holländisch oder Englisch, das macht nichts.
Es kracht. It's distortion. There is
Ah.
some problem with the microphone.
Ja, ich höre die Aufnahme hier auch, die von eurer Seite höre ich auch krachen. Also, ich weiß nicht wieso.
Sehr dumpf und
Ja, ich kann mal versuchen, den Headphones auszuziehen. Funktioniert?
jetzt glaube ich ist besser.
besser?
Ja,
Ja.
natürlich. Aber da musst du den Lautsprecher ausschalten. Sonst hört man mich.
Der ist nicht angeschaltet. Also ich höre
Ja.
euch jetzt fast gar nicht. Hi, Studiotechniker, ich kriege das nicht hin. Hallo.
Das war
Yeah, he's a technician in the band.
Ich weiß nicht, wieso er das macht. Ich höre auch, das hat so einen Intervall-Sound. So.
ja.
Ich höre euch auch so, also ich weiß nicht, wieso.
Wir werden es auch nicht zu lange machen, weil sonst werden wir unseren Zuschauern hier keinen Gefallen tun. Schön, dass du da warst, aber es ist nicht perfekt. Ich höre mich jetzt auch.
Kein Problem.
Aber
Okay,
schön, dass
dann
du zumindest da bist.
Dankeschön. Tschüss.
Bye bye. See you later. He tried at least.
At least he tried. Yeah, that's live. Deshalb
Ja.
mache ich auch immer diese halbe Stunde oder dreiviertel Stunde Check vor der Sendung.
Yeah.
Und das hat mir heute.
It was good we had a check.
Yeah, I was waiting for you, my friend.
Yeah. I know.
So we have one more song, and
Okay.
we are in a good time. 1 hour and 80 minutes. Perfect.
Perfect.
Raise your horns, unite. I mean, this is actually very, very cliche, but
It
very
is.
cool. When I heard this the very first time, this was actually the first song I heard from you when we got connected, and I forgot how we got connected. Was
I
it
think
through
it
a
was-
label?
No, I think it was. I noticed your show as well, and I contacted you to see if we could do something together for mutual promotion, so to say.
So how you
It's,
found us?
I saw
our
it
show?
somewhere. I think it was from our friends from Fire Force when I saw that you did.
Yeah.
kind
Now
of
I
shows.
remember from Erwin.
From Erwin, yeah.
Now I remember how it was. Yes, because if you now today's show number 140, that's mean every night another band, and
Awesome.
we have a lot of inquiries already, and to find the best ones, to make it really a cool run in a week. And
It's
yes,
excellent. Yeah.
yes, that was I forgot how we got connected. So thanks to Erwin. What a
Great guy.
classy, cool guy.
A cool guy, but I also love the band Fire Force, and the new album is excellent. Powerful
Absolutely.
album, powerful music.
He's so excellent that he plays
Also a
next
long-running
year in our
musician.
festival.
And what I admire about Erwin is also a guy, maybe just like me or something, but he never gives up.
Yes,
He always continues with his bands and play from the heart, metal from the heart.
and he composed all the songs. He has his vision, and he's like a tank.
Yeah.
That's why it's always a war.
Yeah.
He's like a German tank.
Literally like a tank, yeah.
Yes, he looks like too.
No, that's not what I meant, but Fire Force stands for war metal.
Yeah, he could be the brother of Udo Dirkschneider,
Yeah. Yes.
the younger brother.
The younger brother.
Yes.
Cool.
So let's see some Q&A. We have some questions.
I'm curious.
No questions.
Maybe I explained so much about Martyr in such a good way that there are no questions left.
I think that I understand you very well
That
because
must
you
be
speak
it.
slowly, not too fast, and but you are close to the German border.
No, Rick is close to the German border. He lives in the south of the Netherlands, in the Limburg. I live in the middle of the Netherlands, and our guitar player Joffrey, he lives in near the Hague. So that's the other side of the country. And our bass player lives more up north, and our management is really up north, and so we're all over the country. And during Corona, that was kind of difficult because you couldn't come together, you know. So for the recordings for this new album, for example, we did everything from our home studios.
Mm-hmm.
And when you listen to it, you listen to No Time for Goodbyes, you listen to Fire of Rebellion, you will hear Raise Your Ones Unite a little bit later on. That was all recorded from home, produced at Rick's studio as producer, mixing, mastering it, and I think it worked out really well. But we had all the time on our hands, you know, because we had no shows. So every minute we could spend for this new album. And that pays off.
You mentioned, or was Rick? I don't know who mentioned it, that it got worse now in Netherlands with the Corona, which everywhere in Germany, for example, it's opening, and in the
Yeah.
Netherlands not.
In the Netherlands, it was opening, but it's closing down a little bit again because we have it's getting worse again. Yeah. And you know, festivals were starting up a little bit already, but now we're even wondering if they can continue in early August. We have the Dynamo Metal Fest August. I think it was 14 or something, or maybe the week after. I don't know exactly. But we have new measurements till August 13. So yeah, it's not funny anymore.
Ooh.
It was never funny, but now it's even less funny when we were thinking that we were closing up or opening up again as well. But we're closing down a little bit again. So that's a shitty situation. Yeah.
Here's a question. What? No. This here is vinyl. Do you have also vinyl, or is only in CDs?
No, we have vinyl as well. Our first albums were released on vinyl, but I think they will be sort of hard to find on vinyl anymore. But our albums from 2016, You Are Next, is on vinyl. You can still get it at our shop. And our Live in Japan album is also on vinyl, but also, of course, on CD. So, and the new album will also be on vinyl again. So we will release vinyl, we will release CDs, and we have a re-release of the For the Universe album on cassette as well.
Cassette.
Yeah, it just released 1 month ago. And
Holy
it's
shit.
released by a company in South America, but we have some of the copies here as well for our own merchandise.
This is for the really old school.
It's really old school. I don't have a cassette deck myself anymore, so I cannot play it myself. But I have the cassettes here at home. So if people are interested, they can buy it, and I'm happy to provide it to you.
I have a fan who collects everything from what I did the last 40 years. I'm 40 years also in the business. And I had a cassette released in the 80s, I think 88, something like this. And a fan, Didi, he found my cassette, and he made a copy. So I had a copy of the cassette, but I had no cassette player. And a friend of mine, he had in the basement an old cassette player. So and I listened the very first time since the 90s, the very first time again a cassette. You know, it was like, holy shit, this is so retro, this is so old school.
It's really
but somehow brings back my beginning, how I started in the 70s, when I became an Elvis Presley fan, 1975, and I recorded the movies of Elvis.
Oh,
and listen to the recording. And I thought in this time, would be cool if there would be a cassette and you can record the movie. So later comes the video cassettes,
yeah.
and so it brings back so much memories,
Yes.
and I love this that everything comes back. It's like a circle that vinyl now is back again and sells better than CDs.
Yeah.
Which I really never really liked CDs. I don't know why. And I remember how bad was it when it started with CDs. And I thought, oh no, I loved my albums. I loved my Dio, and Ozzy and all
Yeah.
Iron Maiden, Saxon. And suddenly we have this little CD, I never really liked it so much.
When
And
CDs were the hottest thing, I sold a lot of vinyl to buy back CDs, but now I regret it. And now I'm buying vinyl again. I'm buying it all back again, but it's a lot of money. Yeah.
but you know what? You have something in hand. You look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I love vinyl much more than CDs.
I got questions sometimes. They're asking me like an old school metalhead, how was it back in the 80s? Because they are now they are 20-year old and they're just experiences this heavy metal, and I tell them, it was completely different. When the album came out, you waited for the album, you went to the record store, you had wet hands, excitement, how it sounds, home, and then and if the album was great, it was running overtime all the time.
Correct.
Like Number of the Beast, like Defender of the Faith, like Shout at the Devil, like Kiss Alive 2, Holy the Ever, all Heaven and Hell, all these classic albums. There's so many. I had all.
Yeah, it was really a big thing. You went downtown to the vinyl shop with a little bit of money, the money that you saved for weeks.
Yes.
Bought one album. We're really careful with it. Back home, put it on your player, played it all the time, watched the cover.
Was it in the Netherlands exactly like in Germany, like here in Bavaria? We had our record store, and then they said you could listen to it, but if you scratch it, you buy it.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, but the funny thing was the guys that owned that shop, they knew your taste, your what you liked. So when you came in, they said, "Hey Rick, I saved this one for you. I think you will like it." You turn it up, you listen to it, you bought it, because they just knew what kind of type of metal or bands or whatever you liked.
Yes,
because there was such a close connection between the shop and yourself. Yeah, it was great.
We have some. I have a cassette deck. So cool. Retro pur.
Yeah.
I'm really old school. Christiana.
Me too.
So yeah, you need a Bleistift. You know Bleistift?
Yeah, that's too.
Wonderful. It was a pain in the ass, but now it's retro.
Yeah, it's retro. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But special Bleistift with the 6 edges. Yes. Otherwise, it runs through.
Yeah. Oh, with your pinky, right?
Yes. So, Fury is also here. Hi, Fury. He's the singer from Dust and Bones. You know Dust and Bones, this band?
No.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
Must listen to Dust and Bones.
I will check it out, Fury.
Fury is a crazy guy.
I like it already.
Yes. Yeah, he's also in our fan club.
Oh, cool.
You could be in a fan club. We have
I would be on
a member, but then you are VIP. Bands have VIP status.
I would be honored to join.
Please. It's not expensive, and it supports our fan club because we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Rick, it was a pleasure. It was an honor to a real trooper who supports metal for nearly 40 years. This is for me the real deal, and you are the
Thank
real
you.
deal, my friend.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me too, and an honor.
And if you have some bands in the Netherlands, some legendary bands, please do it
I will tell them.
like Erwin. Say, hey,
Yes,
it's a great show. We support metal. We love metal, and our fan club and our guests, we love metal to the fullest.
I will do that.
Before I kick you out, raise your horns, unite. What is all about with the kid choir?
You mean in the beginning of the song,
Yes.
right? The kid that's singing. Yeah, it's something that came up from Rob, our singer, to have. We had it already on our album, 2016 You Are Next. We had the daughter of our label boss. She was 9 years old when she sang the intro for Into the Darkest of All Realms. And when we do that song live, she always was on stage with us, came on stage. She was 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old. Throughout the years, she became older, of course. But she did the intro, and then I came on stage and did a guitar solo, and then the show kicked off. So we thought it would be great if we would do something like that again for this album as well. So we had a child singing the intro with piano, and then the song kicks off as I think it's a really powerful metal song. And
Yes.
you said something about Rachel and Unite, sort of cliche title, right?
Yes.
The reason why we chose that is because we think this song, but also the album, it's just a pure heavy metal album. Nothing less, nothing more, pure, powerful heavy metal album. And that's why we chose for this album instead of like for Circle of Eight, which is more darker and has some dark lyrics. This album has no dark lyrics. This album has heavy metal lyrics. We are metalheads, raise your horns, unite, those kind of things. That's what on the new album.
Rick,
It's a metal family, just like your fan club.
Give me for a screenshot the metal horns. So done, because this will be the thumbnail for the video. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Give your fantastic band my regards, our regards.
I will.
All the best for your guitar player.
Thank you. That will be
Speedy
fine.
recovery.
Yes.
And hopefully we see you soon back on stage.
We will be back in Germany too.
Before I play the song, what is your connection to Germany? Is Germany the best metal crowd for you?
It's hard to say because there are a lot of countries where we love to play and have great metal crowds, like Japan, for example, Greece, but Germany as well. We have been around for a long time, and we have playing a lot of times in Germany. And every time we play in Germany, and I'm really honest about it, we are treated very well. So when we enter the place, there is coffee, beer, dinner. The stage is good. The sound equipment is good. The people that do the sound are good to us. People are friendly. Every time it's an honor to play in Germany, and the metal fans are crazy. They're crazy metalheads, and they're really fanatic and enjoy the music. So it's a good country for us, and we love to come over every time to play there.
You mentioned again Japan. So the last question for you. Don't say nothing wrong now. Sushi or schnitzel?
Schnitzel.
Perfect. Rick, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great interview, great guest, and great band. Here is Martyr and Raise Your Horns, Unite. Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
God bless.
Forever.
Rick, you're still here.
Yeah, I was watching
good
and
luck.
enjoying.
Good luck. Because of our fantastic fan club, they remind me, I forgot something to mention, because we have our metal marathon again, the second one, from 1st October to the 3rd October. 60 hours non-stop streaming, 60 hours, 60 bands. That's the goal. And I would like to invite you and your guys for 1 hour somewhere in 3 days.
Okay, cool.
Would be cool.
Would be cool. We have to look at which date it will be, because we have a show on the 2nd of October, a big show in Eindhoven.
It could
that's
be
October
on the
Metal
1st.
Fest. And so on the 1st or the 3rd, we could be there.
Perfect. We start very, very soon now with the booking, and we will this time honor first these bands who didn't join the first one, because we had 40 bands and this was massive. But now we need 60 bands, and we have so many cool bands already telling me, Richie, we are on. So you are invited officially.
Awesome.
Perfect.
We will talk about it on how that works, etc. Right?
There's no sound check at all, because it goes from one band to the next band. 1 hour slots, and if you can choose morning slots or evening or a night, whatever fits you on you guys, you book, and this is one band by another. Dang, 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 dang. It's cool. We have our champion tonight here. He did 50 hours plus the after show party, so 53 hours. He survived it. He's our champion. So let's see how it goes with 60.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs some air.
Yeah.
Air
think
mask.
so. Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Done.
very much.
Thank you so much, and God bless you.
You too.
And now we need something for the eye. We had something for the ear. Now we need something for the eye. Here is Martha, Gabriel, and Metal Queen. Cheers.
Cheers. See you later.
She come like thunder, rising from the ground. She brings you wonder, she moves without a sound. She calls it passion like no other could. Now when she talks, words understood. Riding electric soul. So good and take it, you just got to get on. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go. They come and see her move across the stage. One single motion turns into rage. She holds the power like no other man. Now when she wants, God sure you can. Riding electric soul. So get it, take it, you just got to get on. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go. She come like thunder, rising from the ground. She takes you under, she moves without a sound. She rings the power like no other man. Well, now she's falling, God sure if you can. Riding electric soul. So get it, take it, you just got to get on. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go. Metal Queen. Let's go.
Da hat's geschnalzt. Saugeile Stimmen. Mal ganz ehrlich, Männer, wer hat nicht wuschige Augen gekriegt, alles in die 80er, die Lederjacken, ihr rote Spandexhosen angehabt hat und irgendwie, wisst schon, das Gemächt zu sehen war. War doch der Wahnsinn, oder? Lederjacken, unerreicht. Und schaut heute noch super, super geil aus. Die ist wirklich super gealtert. Die hat nichts mit Botox gemacht. Die schaut heute noch richtig geil aus. Vielleicht sogar noch schöner als jung war. So, Freunde. Zeit für ein Metal Newsflash. Erstmal das Intro. Und es gibt geile News. Es gibt so geile News, Freunde. Und ich freue mich jetzt mal, die geilen News einfach weiterzugeben von den Herren von Bonfire. Die haben heute ein Statement rausgegeben. Müsst ihr mal selber schauen. Da sind wir. Oh. Irgendwie. Weiß nicht, warum es. Ich probiere es nochmal. Irgendwie fluckert's. Probiere gleich nochmal. Vielleicht geht's ja. Ja. Hier ist es. Dear fans and friends, we are happy to announce that Alex's operation went well. There are no complications. We wish him now a good and speedy recovery. Also heute war die Operation vom Alex am Herzen und laut Bonfire ist es gut gelaufen und das ist doch das Wichtigste, das zu wissen. Und ich dachte, das gebe ich heute gleich weiter, die, wo es noch nicht gelesen haben. Ja, hoffentlich erholt er sich gut und vielleicht kann uns irgendwann mal aus dem Krankenhaus sogar ein Interview geben. Das wäre doch nett, wenn es ihm hoffentlich wieder besser geht, den guten Alex. Und deshalb gleich noch ein Song hinterher. Der passt ja perfekt eigentlich. Rock'n'Roll Survivor. Und das ist ja wirklich, hoffentlich, der gute Alex. Hier sind Bonfire und eigentlich aus diesem Foto vom Ring ist auch dieses Video. Rock'n'Roll Survivor, Bonfire. Alles Gute, lieber Alex.
Living
Genauso wollen wir Alex wieder sehen. Genauso. Hoffentlich alles Gute, lieber Alex. Und es gibt dann noch ein neues Video von Altmeister mit eigentlich den perfekten Messages. Metal Never Dies heißt der Song. Nagelneues Video von Mr. Udo Dirkschneider und natürlich heute in den Metal News Flash. Hier ist Udo und Metal Never Dies.
Took my first breath. The days were dark and gray. No belief, no hope. All had nothing to say. Then came the days of changes. I realized the truth. Woke me up, taught me how to fight. Traveling the world, I believe I own. I had something to say. I lived a million stories. It was my dream come true. Glory days, I killed it every night.
Jawohl, der Mr. Udo und der André kommt ja zu uns in die Show. Lass mal schauen, am 30.08. kommt Andrei Smirnov, der Gitarrist vom Udo, ist bei uns live im Interview. So, und weil wir schon beim Vorankündigen sind, gleich hinterher noch eine geile Nummer von Todd Michael Hall. Der kommt nämlich am 23. Warum weiß ich das Datum? Weil es ein Tag vor der Hochzeit ist und ich dieses Interview von Manila vom Hotelzimmer aus machen muss. Jawohl. Todd Michael Hall und Let Loose Tonight. Soll ich das dann wirklich nehmen? Let Loose Tonight? Nein, nicht eine Nacht vor der Hochzeit. Vielleicht nach der Hochzeit. Let Loose. Here we go, Todd Michael Hall. Let Loose Tonight.
Day in and day out, I work my fingers to the bone, chipping away at debt, keeping my nose on the grindstone. I've been a good boy on the straight path all week long, but now it's time to take a turn, and a turn doesn't have to be wrong. Music is my tried and true release, and when I hear it, my king spirit is set free. Get up, let's go, it's time for the show. Come on, let loose tonight. The band is there and ready to tear. Come on, let loose tonight. There's a side of me that some people might never know. Every now and then I need to loosen up the yoke. Don't shake your finger to be all judgmental of me. I might be owned all week long, but on the weekends I am free. Music is my tried and true release, and when I hear it, my king spirit is set free. Get up, let's go, it's time for the show. Come on, let loose tonight. The band is there and ready to tear. Come on, let loose tonight. Music is my tried and true release, and when I hear it, my king spirit is set free. Get up, let's go, it's time for the show. Come on, let loose tonight. The band is there and ready to tear. Come on, let loose tonight. Get up, let's go, it's time for the show. Come on, let loose tonight. The band is there and ready to tear. Come on, let loose tonight.
Jawohl. Todd Michael Hall, Let Loose Tonight. Ja, es ist ein Wahnsinn. Micha, da warst du im Fernsehgarten, hast der Stefan Ross angeschaut, wie er eingedudelt hat, und jetzt kommen sie an der Martyr am Sonntag. Bin mal gespannt. Die machen sich richtig noch, hein? Der Fernsehgarten. Leckt mich fett in die Fresse geschissen. So, und heute sehe ich Martyr nicht. Was ist denn los? Martyr, bist du da heute? Ich lese gar nichts von dir. Ab und zu schmollt er. Da muss man ein bisschen am Arsch kitzeln, dann sagt er was. Herr Martyr, bitte eine Kasse. Herr Martyr, hey Martyr, Metal Martyr. Okay. So, und jetzt braucht man was Härteres. Ne? Also, sonst sagt sie, Richie spielt heute nur lauter in der Aftershow-Party ja nur langweilige Zeug. Nee. Ich habe was gefunden. Kennt ihr White Void? Nicht Void, also der Wald, White Void, geschrieben sozusagen. There is no problem, but the end. Ziemlich hart. Here we go. White Void. There is no freedom, but the end. Freedom, but the end.
I ride on the highway, I'm down on my luck. I ain't got nothing, nothing's got a truck. I'm heading for reason, I'm heading for hope. The line that took my life and hung me from a road.
Wir vergessen einzuschalten. Fight for it. Und there is no freedom but the end. So, wenn ich sage, wie sie hart, dann wird sagen, jetzt kommt hier was ganz Hartes. Aber na, Dark Wave aus den 80ern fast schon, ja. So kann's rum. So, Freunde, jetzt noch was. 2 haben wir noch. Heute sind wir schon wieder über 2 Stunden, ja. 2 Stunden, 10 Minuten. Passt perfekt. Jetzt der Altmeister an der Gitarre. Für unsere Gitarrenfreaks, Mr. Michael Schenker. Und gleich ein All-Star-Cast an Sänger mit dabei. Hier ist Michael Schenker Fest und Rock Steady.
It all began long ago. You have to understand. The boy became a rock star with a guitar in his hand. Dreaming on, nothing's ever changed. Sing the songs from east to west, bringing out the best. Spotlight! I can feel the temperature rising, so damn right. Ready to explode, I'm igniting. Hands up, we gotta get this started. Get up, you gotta get on it. Living it up, rock steady. Living it up, we're keeping love faith. Living it up, rock steady. Taking you back to your yesterdays. Shine as a tear makes my flavor, sweet child. When you say to me I'm in trouble, hands up, we gotta get this started. Get up, you're gonna get a warning. Living it up, rock steady. Living it up, we're keeping love faith. Living it up, rock steady. Taking you back to your yesterdays. Living it up, rock steady. Living it up, we're keeping love faith. Living it up, rock steady. Taking you back to your yesterdays. It all began long ago. You have to understand. The boy became a rock star with a guitar in his hand. Hands up, we gotta get this started. Get up, you gotta get a warning. Living it up, rock steady. Living it up, we're keeping love faith. Living it up, rock steady. Taking you back to your yesterdays. Living it up, rock steady. Living it up, we're keeping love faith. Living it up, rock steady.
Michael Schenker fest. Am Mikrofon war Dougie White, Graham Bonnet, Robin McAuley und Gary Barden. Und jeder von denen ist einfach ein Granatensänger und ist in einer Band. Wahnsinn. Ich habe heute übrigens einen geilen Chat gehabt mit einer Sandra, die hier hoffentlich vielleicht sogar zuschaut. Meld dich mal, ob du es geschafft hast, da zum Kommentieren. Die hat den Robin McAuley angeschrieben. Die kennt ihn nämlich. Vielleicht bekommen wir den mal. Und der Michael Schenker ist natürlich ganz oben in meiner Liste. Diesen Mann möchte ich ganz gerne mal interviewen. Wer weiß. Wir haben ja Zeit. Und wir haben auch die Geduld dazu. Richtig? So. Dann würde ich mal sagen, einen haben wir noch. Und zwar gleich mal eine Vorankündigung für morgen Abend. Und morgen haben wir den Hellfire Frankie. Und die Nadine ist morgen unsere Fee. Die darf morgen Stopp sagen, wenn ich wieder an den Bällen kraul. Geil. So, morgen kommt unser Gast Alan Brentini. Da habe ich eine ganz geile Nummer noch gefunden von ihm. Stay Consistent heißt der Song. Und das ist auch mein Rauschmeißer. Und ich komme zwar danach noch mal kurz rein zum Servo-Song, aber hier schon mal Alan Brentini, Stay Consistent. Here we go.
Behind the
Alan Morantini und Stay Consistent oder Fuck the System. So, liebe Heike, was ist los mit dir heute? Bist du schlecht drauf? Also, ab und zu ist er so. Es gibt Sachen, die gefällt dir und ab und zu gefällt es nicht. Was meinst du, was mir oft nicht gefällt? Aber es geht ja nicht um mich, es geht ja um die Masse. Ne? So, liebe Freunde, das war's gewesen. Das letzte Wort hat wie immer der Mr. Mikey D. Genau. Und ich hoffe, ich sehe euch morgen wieder zur Verlosung in der Aftershow-Party. Freue mich auf euch ab 20 Uhr und dann let the madness begin again. Ich wünsche euch alle eine gute Nacht. Bleibt geil, bleibt heavy und morgen um 20 Uhr. Servus und gute Nacht.
Hi everyone, Mickey D here. Don't forget, metal is forever. Rockcast Show. So stay tuned, enjoy the show, and don't forget to rock and roll. Bye bye.
Die Metal is Forever Rockcast Show wird euch präsentiert von Hardline, das Rock- und Metal-Magazin. Überall erhältlich, wo es Zeitschriften gibt. Im Abo besonders günstig. 6 Ausgaben zu 25 €. Holt es euch. Hardline, das Rock- und Metal-Magazin. Der Vegan Ashes of Rock'n'Roll. Veganer Lifestyle ist lebendiger Rock'n'Roll. Wir sind Rebellen. Wir sind Veganer. Wir lieben das Leben und leben es mit jeder Menge Spaß. Fliesenspitzner, Ihr zuverlässiger Handwerker für alle Aufgaben rund um das Verlegen von Fliesen, Platten, Mosaik und Naturstein. Crazy Stuff Tattoo in Schwandorf, Tätowierer aus Leidenschaft. Dein Tattoo-Studio in privater Atmosphäre und für individuelle Tattoos. Luftraum Fürstenfeldbruck, die Rock- und Metal-Kneipe. Jede Woche von Donnerstag bis Samstag Rock und Metal vom Feinsten. Power Concerts Burg Lengenfeld. Wenn es um Konzerte geht, dann Power Concerts. Karten gibt's an allen bekannten Vorverkaufsstellen. Backguard Studios. Zusammenarbeit mit Indiscreet Audio. Das Metal Dream Team für die metallischen Produktionen vom ersten Ton bis zum fertigen Produkt seid ihr bei uns an der richtigen Stelle. Meldet euch unverbindlich bei uns. The Metal is Forever. Schwammerhandler. Fanshop Story Mall. Der offizielle Partner der Metal is Forever Rockcast Show. Rock of Angels Records. Von Metal Fans für Metal Fans. The home of Rock and Metal. Roar!